Well, good afternoon and welcome to another Scale Model Ninja. So today we have some more parts for the John Wick car. And that has arrived. So we will be getting on with them wherever I put them. I know they're up there somewhere. So yeah, never put them. Maybe we won't be doing them alone, but I know they're up here somewhere. I'm sure I put them up. Yeah, I know where they are. And there we are. Yes. Nothing like being ready, is there? So yeah, we have 4 packets of Pokemon, and these are Temple Forces cards. So again, like last week, we've got 4 of them. So we'll do them in a minute. Let's hope everything's working properly. Yep, it is good. Okay. So yeah, hopefully everyone's been enjoying the Pokemon cards and everything like that so far. And hopefully we'll have a few people join us at some point. But there we go. But yeah, so this week, I've already taken the label for my address, so we have 6 parts for the Mustang. So we have part 9, part 10, part 11, part 12, 13 and part 14. So yeah, we'll get on with them at some point. So we have some seats, parts of the flywheels for the engine. We have the oil pan and oil filter, the lower engine casing, front engine cowling, and it looks like the starter motor and the belts by the looks of it. So yeah, that's what we have to do on them. So on that, we've got the Pokemon cards to do in a minute. First of all, I'm going to go through what I've been doing on the old Lancaster. So this is the first build I'm doing since I've actually started streaming again, really. So we have the main part of the interior just put together now. So yeah, so that's how that's all looking. It's all coming together slowly but surely. And we have the first coat on the inside of that part, on part of it. Oh, that goes somewhere down there a minute. Put that there safely. We do have all the turrets done as well. They're all sorted. So that's the front turret, that's the upper turret, and we have the rear turret. So yeah, they're all ready to go in. And then we have lots of little bombs, and then we have the big incendiary one, which is still got to be worked on. We also have two tail section pieces. They're all done and ready. Oh. And we also have the 2 front section pieces completed and detailed. So they're ready to go on. I'm just going to stick that, give it a minute if you will. There we go. So there you go. Right. Now, some people may observe we're using the clear half that were painted there, purely because the grey plastic piece that was that came with the kit was damaged, and it's damaged to the point of where it can't be used. So what I've done is I've used the clear half and painted it ready for that. But we also have the completed Night Relaxer Bannerman. So he was completed on last week, and we have been working on another little dude for my son's Space Marine Army. Ooh, where are you? Ah, there you are. So that's the other little dude that I've been doing, and I've got a banner to go and put on his back as well at some point. So he'll be a bannerman for that army, because it'll go along with the blue one, which is that little dude. So these are actually that's the first generation, that's second generation. So we have a first generation bannerman and a second generation bannerman. Right, I'm falling down. So we have Mark's Mods in saying hello, Ross. So good afternoon, Mark, and welcome to the stream. And you're saying hello to everyone else. So we have 4 people watching at the moment. So if you enjoy the streams, please hit the thumbs up, because they do help with the old algorithmics, as they say. So you can see we've got all the parts there, what we've got to do on John Wick. We will be carrying on if I get all them done, and I will be carrying on building the F1 car as well in Schlegel. So that will also be hopefully happening. But first of all, I suppose we ought to be opening the old Pokemon cards, which we have the 4 packs here. So we're going to move the bench cam around, because we have it set up so that people can actually see what I'm doing. So you can see that they're all brand new, unopened packets. These are all Temporal Forces, and we've got 2 of the same outside wrapper and 2 other different ones. So we'll go and see what we get. Hopefully we can get some good pulls out of these ones, because Temporal Forces are known to actually pinch your shoulder. There we go. And notoriously hard to actually get any decent pulls from, and I think that's been pretty evident in the last couple of weeks when I've been opening them on live stream. So hopefully Roaring will be now watching, as well as his little brother. So hopefully them 2 can then watch what we're going to do. So we're going to go down to the bench cam. If I just change that over. There we go. So yeah, little Chaos Space Marines and another little Aegis. Give me a dude up there. So we'll go with the first packet. Now the reason why I'm only getting Temporal Forces at the moment is the shop where I normally buy them from up the road, he only has Temporal Forces in at the moment. So we're getting rid of, discard them 2, because that, not 3, 2, Ross, come on. That's basically that and a code card. So we have Pontea. And I'll sort these out in the way like I did last time, so it's a bit easier when we've got Chatot, Cottony, Cabana, Screamtail, Sableye, Iron Valiant, and we have a Bronzong reverse. He's got a shiny button. Morley reverse, and we have the Iron Valiant full hollow. Now I think I've actually got that one, so no pulls out that one. What I generally class as pulls are the EX cards and the picture. Yeah, sometimes show up. But as I said, these packs are notoriously hard to get anything decent out of. So that again. So we got a Raichu, Victini, Bronzor. That's in the wrong place. And we got a Mudbray, which is yep. And we've got Lycanroc. We have Palafin. Another Screamtail. Then we have Pinico reverse. And we have Exactadrill reverse. And we've got a Magcargo full holo. So 2 packets, zilch so far. Come on, at least give me something. And we have a Rosalia, Cutiefly, Drillbur, Rellor, Palafin, and we have the first trainer at last, and that's Eri. And we've got boxed order, and we've got Colossal reverse, Frostmoth reverse, and a Coridon full holo. So still nothing. 3 packets so far. Come on, last packet. Let's hope we get something. Got to at least get one decent card, surely. And we have Mr. Pikachu. We've already got him right, but never mind. We have another Mudbray, Minccino, a Rockruff, Reniculus. We have a Mist Energy, Sawsbuck, a Ghastly reverse, Roserade reverse, and a Relicanth full holo. So absolutely nothing today, sadly. But as I said, it's now as fickle as Pokemon cards, especially when you get bad draws like that. But there we go. It'll go into the binder, and we will sort them out after the stream and see if there's actually anything out of all these that I actually need. If not, Roaring and Draven will be inheriting more cards. So yes, absolutely nothing out of 4 packets. So there we go. But that's how the cookie crumbles at times. They don't always play fair, as I like to say. So, go back up to top cam. For a minute. There we go. So there we go. So I'm moving back across the bench. The camera, so we can see what I'm doing later on. So today, as I said, we'll be starting off with doing the John Wick cars. Now, with last week's, or the last lot I got one of these, which is the holder for it. And yeah, to then find out that they actually charge you, I think it's about £9 or £7 for one of them to replace for the next lot that come in, which is I thought was quite expensive for a bit of cardboard. But there we go. So we want let's see, what number are you? You're number 14. You're number 11. Similarly, number 10. 13 and 14, and number 12. So there we go. So they're now all in order. And we have Mr. David Marker joining us saying afternoon, Ross. So afternoon, David, and welcome to the stream. He's also saying afternoon, folks. He's also saying hello to Mark, and then Mark saying hello to David. I did hear a ding on my phone. I normally have this thing silent. Yes, of course, people are now waking up. Go quiet, you. It's funny how all of a sudden my phone decides it wants to have fun and suddenly liven up. And it looks like I've just had a new subscriber as well. So thank you very much for the new subscriber. Please feel free to come and join in the chat whenever you want. Today, as I said, is mainly for the younger audience, so that they get to enjoy the stream. Yeah, I can understand that, Mark. I mean, it does make you laugh, and yeah, you're right, they do clearly hold more. I mean, you don't really need that many of them. So we'll see what happens when the next one comes out. But yes, we have all the parts so far that we've built over here. So, haha. Well, we hope to be able to join some of them a bit further together. And no, I don't advertise that, but it's just what I drink a lot of. Not always good for you, but hey ho. But it is one of the main drinks I always have. Because I very rarely drink now, but I was given today a bottle of Pokémon. It was a friend of mine that sadly died, called Irish Kenny. Sadly, cancer got to him, and he went down very, very quickly. Cause it was only like sort of 3 weeks ago that I was stood chatting to him outside his house, and then it wasn't until like early last week that late last week that I found out that sadly he'd passed away. So yeah, I was walking past his house today, and his sister was there doing that horrible thing of having to sort of like clear out the possession that lot, and she saw me come in. She goes, "Oh, hello, Ross, and how are you doing?" I was like, "Very well, thank you." And she goes, "Is there anything you want?" I said, "No." And she goes, "Well, I know there's one thing that you might like." And you go, "What's that?" And she goes, "I have a bottle of Pokémon if you want it." So I went, "Well, I'll take that." And yeah, so that I'll take to his funeral, and it'll get shared out for everybody that's there, because Kenny used to love his Pokémon. So yeah, it gets you drunk very, very quick, because it is very, very strong stuff. You got Mark saying, "You can tell a fan home you don't want them, and they will not be charged." Then you will not be. Yeah, I probably will be doing that at some point, and I figured out how to make my own little pipe, and the idea that somebody come up with putting bits of wire inside it to help sort of shape them and everything. I will be doing that on the leads. So yeah. So we have part 9. First of all, I'll switch down to bench cam again. That one. now that we're set up for this. But then again, I've got to find my little screwdriver again, haven't I? Don't. You would have thought I'd be ready for all this lot, wouldn't you? At some point. You'd learn that you're supposed to have things ready, Ross. Ow. No, don't try and spike your finger on that. That's a flathead. Where is the little screwdriver gone? Now, is it in this pot? Get off. That's a flathead. Well, it's not going to be much good if I can't find my screwdriver. That one's a flathead. Get in there. Yeah, it's my little Warhammer pot that I have. Yeah, you Sigma one. I'm holding stuff on eventually, but it is strange. Where's that little screwdriver gone? You're supposed to have this ready, Ross. Ooh. Ah, there he is. I think I'm going to have to start leaving him up on here on the thing. Yeah, that's right, Mark. I think it was. So yeah, thanks for that idea. That's definitely going to make it look a lot better, I think, as well. And lucky enough, I've got some old wire, some 1.5mm wire, and it's the old gauge one, which is the black and red wire. So hopefully I'll be able to use a piece of that and it won't look too far out. Okay. Let's see. So first of all, we have this part to put in, which we have 2 screws, a base point, and that. So I think we're going to be joining it onto the actual main engine block. So I'll put this little piece on, which goes onto there, like so. Don't need you. Yeah, I spent a good couple of hours sort of hunting around for wires that I knew I had spare in a little wire bag for when I was at college, and then doing other stuff around the house here, and because some of the wires still black and red, I managed to find some really thinner stuff. So hopefully that will all come together. So we have the engine block, and some of the things have come out, but we'll sort them out. So this is one of the reasons why Mark gave me the idea to, because of that, where they keep coming out like so. So when you put the wire inside them, it will actually hold it together a lot better. So we need that out, and we need the clutch box and gearbox. Wait. So this then slots into there like so, and And then we have the engine block that goes onto there like so. Oh, blimey. That is some weight. And then we need a screw into here. And I might just be tempted to glue some of these pieces in as well on that thing, so should hopefully hold it in. There we go. So that's the engine block put together. Yeah, I'll sort these out at some point. The little cables, I'll put all them out later on, so they're not too bothering me at the moment. They can be safely there. So that's the engine part mainly put together on that part. I think that's looking pretty good. So that should be the end of that one. Get the folder thingamajiggy here. So you're in there. And at some point I am going to sit through and read them, because it does do a lot of explaining about how the Mustang come about and all the things that have been done with them and like that. So we do have a spare little screw, so we'll put you into one of these bags somewhere. That way. There, number 10, which is more parts for the engine. Shaking. So here we have the oil pan, oil filter, and another type of filter, and something else there. More even smaller screws. Oh dear. And the oil pan. Come here. Next part where we're doing the building. So yeah, it just sort of like goes all the people about different Mustangs and everything in these magazines. So you do get quite a bit of information about the Ford story and everything like that. So we need these things first. Yeah. Ooh, no need you. So you go on to there, like so, and then you way around. There we go. And we need a screw D, which is one of these little midgy things. Yeah. Yep. I am so looking forward to getting this built and completed, because it's my treat of completing my course. But I will be starting university on the 9th of next week. I go for my induction day, which I am looking forward to. And this one is one of the filters, which I think will go on one of the engine blocks. Last one. It is. So that one goes up there. Like so. So it matches the other side. And then we need, turn this over, and Mr. Oil Pan will then go onto there. Right up. It's a fair old chunk of metal. You don't need to pull the instructions out, but I suppose you could do, I suppose, but I'm just leaving them all in one piece, so it's not exactly going to get anything changed over, because they generally put the instructions to the center part of the magazine. But no, they actually are part of the actual thing, so you wouldn't be able to pull them out. But again, there's not really many pages of the build, so you've got like 1, 2, 3, 4 pages on this one, and then the rest of it is all different stuff about Ford and everything like that, and the different vehicles in the film, as well as about the Mustang. So yeah. Now, congratulations to him. I am doing my foundation degree in computing this year, and then hopefully once I've completed that, I'll move into the, because I've had a email today about my inquiry about going on to a teaching course once I have done my foundation degree. So we have most of that set ready, and what I'm trying to do is get everything planned out, because when I was at Keighley College, I wanted to do my level 3 welding and fabrication thing. So I couldn't end up doing my level 3 because sadly that all the positions had been offered out already, and I wasn't informed by my tutor that I had to literally apply for it sort of like 6 months into my previous course. But hey ho. But on the good thing though is that yes, I'm now sort of, my college career ended of where I was doing my college courses, so I now have my electrical qualification as well as my welding and fabrication, so they're both going to be completed, and I'll be as I said, I've moved into computers so that I can actually then use that knowledge for when I go into teaching, because as you know, everything nowadays is going over to being on the computers, so we need some sort of thing. And my old qualification, which was an MBQ level 3 in IT system support, isn't sort of like valid anymore because it's over over 15 years old, I think, my old qualification. So yeah, I'm seriously outdated when it comes to the knowledge of computing. So when this course came up, I thought, well, yeah, it's going to be handy, because it's, as I said, like most things nowadays are done on computers. So you need a reasonably good knowledge of what you're doing, or at least a good understanding. So yeah, and the fact that my eldest son wants to go into computer gaming design and everything like that, so I thought, why not? At least then I can have an understanding of what he's studying, and at times probably help with his studies. So yeah, so that's the engine oil pan now on. So oops, I think I may even take these blinking pipes off for the time being, and but then again they'll all be in the wrong order. So I'm gonna have to, yeah, we'll take these off for a minute and we'll put them in a bag, because then they're going to be out of the way and we're not going to get them lost then. And I'll stick them in when I've got the thin fuse wire I need. Come open this one. There we go. And lucky enough we've got the book still to show me where all these pipes are going. Oops. So I'll stick them in there for the time being. And you as well, you little horrible thing, before you get lost. There we go. And this way I'm not going to end up losing any more of the pipes, because I've got one missing anyway. So this way I'm going to make sure I don't. And then I'll probably end up gluing these on, just so they don't get lost and come off all the time. Get in there. There you go. And times I'm probably going to have to keep picking it up and putting it down. It's going to probably be safer to take these off. There we go. So I'll put you in there for the time being. So yeah, I might even take them, the injectors, out as well, because some reason they're not going to stay in place. So yeah, there we go. That's the old engine block coming along. Got a bit more that's going on in a minute. And we have Mr. Jeff Light joining us saying, hi guys. So good afternoon, Jeff and Maggie. Welcome to the stream. You hope you enjoy it. We did have some Pokemon at start, but we got absolutely no hits whatsoever from that, which is sad, but there we go. These things happen. But the set that I'm doing at the moment, the Temporal Forces one, it just is seriously hard to pull anything decent from there. So next up we have number 11. Number 10. Number 11. There we go. So on this one we are doing the air conditioning compressor, and at this stage the air conditioning compressor parts are assembled and installed on the front cover of the engine. So we've got the front cover and the air compressor next. And we've also got 2 more pipes. Well, I do like it how they put the actual official like Ford logo sticker on the parts one. And we've got David Marcus saying saying hi to Jeff and Maggie. Mark's what saying hi to Jeff and Maggie. So we have, that's actually made of plastic. The one thing you would have thought would be made of metal, it's not. It's actually made of plastic. we go. So we have you, it goes onto there like so. And that. Goes onto there. Like so. And then we have you go on to wait. There's obviously a way that this one goes on. There we go. And then this one goes onto the engine mount, which is going to be down there like so. Wrong way around. Usually helps you get the right way around. There we go. There we are. So we need one of these little screws. Just want one of you. Stay there. The only thing I'm worried about doing these things is like if you end up tightening them too much. Well, that's it. That's better. And you end up stripping the damn things, which is what I don't want to do. Sit tight. There we go. Yep. So then that bit goes up there. So it looks like that. And it says, please store the two air conditioning tubes carefully until they are needed later in the assembly. Which that means they'll go into the bag of tray of goodies. Then we have that bit, which no doubt will sit somewhere on there like so at some point. Yeah. Aha. And as I feared, one of these things have dropped out the injectors. So yes, they will come off and go into the bag. Yeah, there's my little tweezers. There's ones. Don't need paint everything all over them. Even though we do have a spare one, but I don't want to lose any of them. So we're just going to stick them all in there. And that way I will glue them in at a later date. So that's all of them injectors in there, out of the way. Ha! Now at least they're safe, and then we won't be losing them. Now that little baggie I might just keep, because that might come in handy, that one, that size. Oh, engine block side. So that's that one done. And we have more screws. Now this section of 6 issues cost me, I think it was £87, including the postage. So next up we have the 2 seats. Even more parts to go together. And we've got some sort of little handle there as well, but only one. Okay, so these all pass to one seat. So first of all we need, well, that's rubber and that's hard plastic, that's why. There we go. That goes onto there like so. This one will go like so. And them two go together. Yeah. Now put into a safe place and forget where they are. Very true. But no, I keep all my spare parts in this little tray, so that way I know where things are, what I'm doing with them, hopefully. So like all the spare screws and everything, they're all kept in there, safe and sound that way. Because the last thing I want to do is spend the amount of money I'm going to be spending on this thing. Especially now that I'm a poorly little university student, that I can't afford to go out and replace everything. So yeah, it's a matter of think a bit more wisely and not sort of throw things around, just to make sure that things stay safe. There we go, we have one seat. Ooh, and we have John Paul joining us saying morning. So good morning to you, John Paul. And it's afternoon, well, yeah, early afternoon for us. Well, late afternoon, I should say. Coming up to 5 o'clock in the afternoon. So that's the first seat done. Now, the little silver bit, I would have thought goes in the side here somewhere. I would have thought, yep, and it does. It just pushes in. So at least we're not going to hopefully lose that. Hopefully it'll be part of it and stay there. Depending on how this fits in, if it's a tight fit, then I won't have to worry about it. But oh, it is a tight fit, that's good. So that's going to stay there. Because if it was a loose fit, I would have glued that in place straight away, because the last thing we want is that falling out and going missing. So yeah, that's now the seat. One seat done. That little bag can go in. We've got the Ford Fiesta WRC. About that. So yeah. So they're going to make some interesting reading then, just to read up about the Ford, everything like that. That all goes into the bag. The goodies there. So part 13 next. And in here you can see a bit more about the film and the Shelby GT500. Explains a bit more about the film and everything. Ooh. So yeah, and this part is the engine pulleys. At this stage, the water pump, the crankshaft pulleys are mounted on the front casing of the engine. So we need the front casing part. Where if I just put that? Just, so yeah, so we're going to need that. So I'll clean that one. And you got Mark's mod saying hello to John Paul. The different screws around the pulley and that piece, whatever that's for. So first of all, we need that one and this one. So it's going to go onto there. There's no actual things saying where it's got to go, so we'll put it on like so. That then mounts onto this side like so, and we need one of the little screws. The only bonus about this one is because it's magnetised, it does help. Okay. There we go. So that's now hopefully in place and tight enough. There we go. Yep. That's that bit done. That one and that one. So oh, no. I missed something else. Yep, there we go. We actually put the right one in the right place, Ross. Yeah. There we go. Put the right one in the right place, Ross. It usually helps. There we go. So I wonder why that didn't look right. So we have that onto there, like so. And this one goes onto there. And we need one of the other screws. There we go. So that's now that part done. And we want next to these two little hiding things, so they're both same. So one goes into there and one goes into there. So that's going to get connected onto the next stage. So I'll just put it in there for the time being. And that's the water pump housing. That's it. And then it's a 1967 Rally Classic car. What let's go. So the last section today there we go. And it looks like we're going to have fun putting some belts on and everything. That's it. The starter motor. And we have Mr. Graham McCorbett joining us saying hi all. So good afternoon, Graham, and welcome to the stream. And some more please. And we have, that's all we need, these two pieces. And you two will go into there like so. And then you go onto there, that's it. Yep. And then what screws D, which are these little things again. And you got David Marcus saying hello to Graham. Okay, that one done. But I must admit, I am fairly nervous about starting university because it's going to be completely different to me. I've never sort of even envisioned going to university in all my life. So actually going to be the first time of actually going to something like that. It's going to be a little an eye opener, let's put it that way. But hopefully I should enjoy it. And then we have Mr. Lindsay builds in saying afternoon Ross and Chatland. So afternoon Lindsay and welcome to the stream. Next up we have two more of these little pulleys going on. And we've got three of them. Two with the so we have these, and we don't want that one yet. We want these two. And then we have you going into there like so, and you going into there. Now next up is the belts. And we need the bigger one of the two. So you're going to go over like so on that one, around that one, and then around that one, and then around this one. Let's get the front or the back one, this one. Get on there. It seems a bit loose, that does. A bit more on the back either. Yeah, that does seem a bit loose. Very loose. But hey ho. I hope that would be a bit tighter, but obviously not. Okay. And you've got Graham saying hi to Lindsay, and Dave saying hi to Lindsay, and Mark saying hi to Lindsay. That's probably why it's loose, because I've probably put the wrong one on. That would probably explain why. So yeah, that's probably the wrong one, because it's the longer one of the two, that isn't it? Doll. Yep, that would be why. So we'll try again, shall we? So first of all, we'll put you around that pulley. Here we go, like so. And then we need you go around there, and around that one. Like so. And then this one goes onto there. That looks a lot better, I must admit. There we go. So yeah, now we're in position. Look how the time belt should be working. And we have Mr. Harry Marvick joining us saying good afternoon, Ross, and good afternoon all in chat. And we've got Mark saying hi to Harry, and you got Harry saying, anyone watch Storm Over the Nile? Nope. And then we've got Graham Horvitz saying hi to Harry. It's got the fuzzy wuzzies in it. Would that be the Carry On film? Or is it like along the lines of Dad's Army? So next up, this idler goes on to the starter motor. And we have that goes onto there. Onto there. And go. You go onto there, then around there. Around there. So it's not right here. What have I missed here? It doesn't go around that one just yet. It goes. Oops. This is what happens when you don't read. See there. Get on there, and you need to go into there, and then you go around there. And let's bring you into position. And you come on, you know you want to go up along where you are. There we go. That's better. So yeah, we've got the timing belts on now. We've got Dave Mark saying hello to Harry. Harry saying don't panic. And we've got Harry saying Mark's mods, hi. And then we've got he's also saying hi to Graham. He's saying hi to David M. Then we've got Graham saying Harry, is it a film or a TV series? It's a film. Graham on Film 4. So it's on at the moment, is it? Sounds like one of the Carry On films. Okay, so next we are going to be putting this onto the front of the engine block, which is this blooming great big thing. So that goes onto there, like so. Oh, that looks good. Now that's definitely an engine, however you look at it. And it's a fair old size. Okay, so then we have 4 screws to attach this on, which are here. And put one back in it. Number 1 going in there. Yep. Go into there. You need to go into there. And then the last screw goes into there. There we go. And then we need the water pump housing, which is that one there. Uh-oh! I dropped it, of course. Ah! Lucky enough it was right underneath the feet. So which way around does this go? It goes that way around. That goes onto there, like so. So there we have the engine block, minus the leads, because I've taken them off for the time being for safety reasons. I don't lose the damn things. There we have. I'll go through some of these screws at some point and sort them out into sizes. But yeah, so there we have the big old engine block. Come along quite nicely. Now, And with the oil pan and everything underneath. But yeah, that's got some fairer weight to it as well. What we're going to do for the time being is we'll get one of these baggies and we'll slide him in to keep all the dust off and make sure if any parts do drop off, they drop off into a bag. Get the old masky tape on it. There we go. And then we've got all the spare parts there and everything. So yeah, it's come along quite nicely if I may say so myself. And then we don't need all these other baggies. I'm going to put down where it lives there. So much as I hate throwing these because they've got the actual proper logo on them, but it just leaves a lot more mass when you don't need them. So they go in the bin. So yeah, that's the Mustang parts built so far. Well, I do need another baggie because I need to put that in. And I've got slowly some reading materials building up. So yeah, put that. And then put you into the other baggie. That keeps that sorted. There we go. Now, Mr. Screwdriver, you are going to live up here from now on, so I know where you are. I'm sick of losing the damn thing. Yeah, I've got the box that this lot came in for the time being, so I'm going to use that to keep all the parts in, and then it's sort of like keep everything safe. And at the moment, I've got parts that I've literally covered in cloths because that's the bonnet there. So that's the bonnet that I've built. I've got all the lighting and everything on. Then there's the front section, and these are in cloth, and then there's a wheel. So these parts will all go into this box for the time being, and including the other one. So that's one way of actually keeping it all safe. But I just don't want this lot getting scratched up and everything. So lucky enough, I do have quite a few of these microfiber cloths around. So everything gets wrapped up and looked after that way. Mr. Seat, Mr. Engine Block. There we go. Put you in there, and then we'll put you in there. And actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually put the screwdriver in here as well. And just throw the damn thing on the floor. Yeah. Where have you gone now? There you are. Come here. You can go in there. That way I know where you are. So that should keep everything together, and then probably when we get the bigger box next time round, I'll put it in them. So that you can go and live down there underneath there for the time being. That also frees up space on the old drawer as well now. So now that part's done, I suppose we ought to get on and build some more of the Schlego. So we have, oh, this is where we got up to last week. Ooh, there we go. And we have the 4 wheels, and then we have the box of parts. There is a few loose parts that I'd already had opened. There's your stickers and the instructions. So we're going to finish off these few bits here first, and then if we get a chance we'll start doing a bit more of the others. Open up the other bags ready. I'll move you over here for the time being. Now the fun part is I've got to remember where I got up to, which I think was there. Yeah. About any use of those baggies, the forward baggies are coming handy for putting parts like this in. No, don't need them just yet. I know I need them too. And what are we missing? Oh yeah, it will be these bits, ain't it? Yep, it's that thing there we need to do first. Try and remember where I got up to. Let me just sort these bits out quickly. That one, that one there, that one there, that one there. Them two of them, two of them. One of you, two of you. This way I've got a better chance of seeing what I'm doing. There we go. So, first of all, we need two of them, two of them. Oh, we only need one of them. That's right. I'm going mad. Two of them. 1, 2, 3, 4 of them. One of the little black ones. Yeah, I sort of gathered we're going to have quite a few parts that have sort of like part built, and then you go back to putting them in later on. It's a shame they don't send like the base of the thing there, so you can actually attach the parts to them, and that way keep them safe. But there we go. Whatever they want to send them out that way. So yeah, it's a good idea to keep them in a box, I must admit, Mark. So then we need two of them. So first of all, we need that one and it one. And that one goes on to there, like so. That's that part. Now, for this one, I need that one, this other blick one there, and you. And that one goes into there like so, you go into there like so, and you onto there like so. And so then we have you pushing into that one all together, and you onto there, and you going all the way through, and this one going there with you pushed all the way through. And you going onto there. And then you go all the way through this bit. Like so, and then you keep on there. Onto there. Why I put that? Something's not right there. Yeah, definitely done that wrong. Yeah. Something's definitely not right there. That's it. So how's the weather over your way, wherever you are? I mean, at the moment here, we have nothing but blinking rain. So yeah, that's even in the wrong place as well. That's definitely the right place. I've done that one in the wrong place, haven't I, here? That one is supposed to go forward one more. So like that. There we go. Then you go into there like so. And you two go onto there. Then you slide through. Like so. You then go into there. And then you go onto there. Ah, that looks better. Yep, that's where it's supposed to be. Okay. Next up. You got Mark saying in Huddersfield it's raining on and off. Yeah, we keep getting like sunshine occasionally, and then all of a sudden it just pees it down again. So, one of them. We need 2 of you, all 4 of you, 2 of these little black pins. We need 2, and then we need 2 of these. There we go. Now we need you to go in there, and you to go in there. Ah, that's what they're for, is it? So these 2 go like that, and then you go in there like that. like so. And then you are supposed to go, no doubt, onto, oh god, onto these pins. By the looks of it. Yep. So here's the fun part now. Yeah. Something tells me you're not wanting to go. You're not going to go on easy, are you? Yeah, gotcha. As he plays of goodness. When you can't get it into position fully, you do this. Ha! That's gotcha. That's one in place. Yeah, get that on. Yeah. Sweet, fine. Come on. You know you want to go onto there. There we go. There we go. Here. So that's them two in position. Next. And you got Harry saying fluffy clouds and blue skies, sun shining here in Crook, Durham. Yeah. Well, as I didn't get to have my Sunday roast yesterday because I was too busy falling asleep in the old comfy chair, I am going to be having my full Sunday roast dinner tonight. Whenever, well, I'm going to start cooking it once I've actually got finished streaming tonight. So, yeah, that's what I'm going to be cooking. So what else are they having there for their din-dins as well? So now I need these two. We need the two little swords. Don't need you little yellow thing. Two little swords, and what else do we need? 4 of these black pins. And then I've got raspberry jelly with cream, ambrosia cream custard, Devon custard. That's what I'll be having for me din-dins tonight. What I was going to have yesterday. And it's just a quick and simple little pudding that I made the other day. But I just didn't get time to eat it, as they say. You go into there. Put that in the wrong position, am I? It's supposed to be in that one. And that second one there. And then you go into there. Put you in there. And you into there. Wrong place. That one. And you go into there like so, and you go onto there like so. So next up we have these little shorty things, and they go please tell me I'm not. They seem to have made Baby. I think I have. Why is that? Oh no, let's go. Yep, there. Go into there, like so. There we go. Make sure that he's right. Get on there. There we go. So that's them two in. Sunny here, and we just had steak pie and chips. From Mark's Mods, and then we've got David Marcus saying sunny here in South Wales, had rain on and off all morning and strong winds during the night. Had suffered stuffed breast of lamb last night. I will just have to have a bacon and egg sarnie for tea. Might make custard with something later. You know, like custard, yeah, you can eat that just as it is on its own, like me. I'll quite happily sit there and stuff a whole one of the big packs of custard all on my Todd. But when you've got like 4 litre of jelly and then you put cold custard on it, like hum. I just forgot to get the whipped cream. That's all I did. Got that. But that would have been nice. And then I think what I'm going to probably do next time is when I go out, I'm going to get those the fluff finger things. Put that in and then put your glue in your jelly into that. Put them in line and then make a little sort of trifle type thing. And then put some, like, slice some apple on top of the jelly, then put the custard, then the cream. Whoa. Fat pudding. Okay, so now I need you and you. Need you to go into one of that, and you into there. Put you into there. You into one into there. One and two. One, two, and then we have these little aerial type things. That one goes on top of there, like so. And then you into that. There we go. So that's them two sorted, and then these go. We've got 4 of the black pins as well. There we go. Into there and there. You go into that side. You're not going to hold still, are you? Long enough. Look at this. I'm going to have to put some pressure onto that side. There we go. There we go. Actually, you onto there. You into that one. You into that one. Turn you around. Put some pressure on there again. Like so. Oh, gosh, wait. There we go. That's you in. There we go. So that's the front section there, bit done. And what else we got here? Puzzling, because it does say we need parts that we haven't actually got here. So we're supposed to have 2 of them, and we've got the 2 of them. We've only got 1. So where's the parts tray? Wait. We might have 1 in here spare somewhere. Yes, I think we do. Something close by to it. Yep, there we are. We do have 1. Okay. 1 and 2 of them. 2 of them. And then 1 of them. Now we need them 2. Put you in the middle. Like so. And then we have you and you. And that one goes onto there, like so. And you onto there, like so. And you 2 supposed to go into there. Oh, stand up again. There we go, like so. So it looks like something like that. And the 2 little black ones are supposed to go on the outside door. You forgot to put them on, Ross. There we go. And there we go. Let me push you back out. Like so. Yeah, come on, get in a position. There. Gotcha. Get on there, thank you. There we go. There we go, so that's that bit sorted. It was a tight fit, but they got it on there. Okay, so next up we need 1 of you, elbows, 2 of them, 1 of them, 2 of them, 3 of them, that one, 1 of them, and 1 of them. So first of all we need you go into that corner. And 4 more black pins. Into there. You into there. And you into there. This one then goes, just hopefully that starts strengthening this front section up a bit. Wrong place. Wrong place for that one. So yeah, that should be the next one down. Like so. And then this one. There. Wrong way around. Turn him round. So this then will hopefully reduce that goes into there. Like so. That's helped that front section up a hell of a lot more. Because then there's not much hold in it at the moment. And then we need one of you. So we need you. Going one way around. And then you into that one. 1, 2, 3 in, which goes into there. And that goes into there. And then the other one goes on top of there like so. We need you going into there. You then lock onto there. You then go into, oh god. You go onto there and you onto there. And then you go onto there. So then this should hopefully tighten this front section up a bit more, because that goes into there. You can go into there like so. There we go. Yeah, that's now a hell of a lot more solid. Happier now with that. Because at first, earlier on, that was all moving around this whole front section. So, but now it's actually becoming more solid with these extra bits coming into it, which had me worried at first. You need that one and that one. That one. So we've got these bits. So first of all, we'll have that one and that one. And this, turn this round. Now this one has this 4 in, So it leaves 4 empty spaces. You go onto there. You go onto there. And you go onto there like so. And you went right into there like so. 4 of these. 1, 2. I'll find some reason. I'm going to need it. There, sorry. And you go into there, like so. And there we go. Now you go onto there, you go onto there, you go into there, you go onto there, you do, and you into there. So then you then go into there like so, and you into there like so. And there, so that's all now nice and solid. So that's where we've got to so far. It's slowly coming together. Okay, so now it's got to be opening up all the bag 2s. What time are we on? We're on 1 hour 47 so far. And we have a 12 people watching. I do hope you're enjoying the stream so far. And I said if you wanted to watch Pokemon, that's right at the start. Then we've been doing a bit more of the John Wick Mustang. And we have all the main, well, we have quite a bit of the main engine block now built, which is quite nice because we had 6 issues turn up the other day, last Friday. Oh, sorry, last Saturday it turned up. Let me out. So we that way. So now we have all the bags 2. Lots more of these little pins. So you're going to have to excuse some rustling for a little while. Let's just move you out of the way a minute. I'll put you onto the correct page now. And there we go. Put it up there for a second. I've got a funny feeling I'm going to have to hunt around parts. I don't really want to be emptying everything out, but it looks like I'm going to pretty much have to do most of it, which is not ideal, really, because my bench is needed for tomorrow night, which is my Warhammer night. So what I'm going to probably try and do is keep as much in the bags as possible. Do go into there, get rid of that. Do yeah, we've literally put everything in just separate little bags everywhere. just to be awkward. Yeah, I just put them other black pins in the wrong friggin' packet. Yep, so we've got 3 bags of the same type of pins. Must need a lot of these in. So we'll leave them there. They're not being opened, them ones. They're going to stay closed. And we don't need any of the blue. We do need some there, so they can be opened. Sparrow pins. So it's going to have to be sort out and grab what I need for each one. No, it's going to have to be opened up. I'll figure it out and rinse them out everywhere. I didn't want to do that. Here goes. The other way. These are very small parts to stay in one big pile. I'll take all the bits out that I need separately. Greys and blacks. Yeah. That's it. And you. That one over there. You over there. Ow. It's not a good idea to spike yourself with a scalpel, Ross. Wait, come here, that's fine. There we go. It's down there. There. Give it that one. And yeah, that's what I'm showed. And those can stay in there for a minute. Hopefully we'll find the parts that I need fairly quickly. So is it there? That one. Looks like it. That's one of the bits I need. Yeah, it doesn't make sense actually having all these, having to open, literally forced to open all the bags just to get the parts, and you would have thought they'd just organise it a little bit better. A bit like the Patronus one, because that's something I do miss, because that was actually very well thought out when it's come to getting all the parts sorted out and everything. I think that's the opposite side to that one. It's one of these I need. Not you. It'll be that one. Yep. So it's that one and that one I need. Don't need any of these parts now. And that's the opposite ones to these. I'll put those over there. Yeah, it's a shame they didn't really think about this when they set this one out. It's a shame really, but there we go. Because you end up spending more time trying to sort out a part. And we have Mr. Athelnick saying, "Who's that rustling and waking me up after an afternoon snooze? Oh no, who is it? It's that Ninja Ross Codger." Well, I like to please people that way. Keep them awake. And you, at your age, you shouldn't have too many afternoon naps. Not good for you. And you sleep the day away. Okay, and that one there. Okay, so that's the other part that I need, which is in this bag. I'll leave them two closed for a minute. And the last bits I need are in here, I think. Yay! Well, one of them is, which is one of them that I need. And two of them. So they've got bags of pins like this, but then they've got to put more into these. But then there's also the other things that I need that I've not got, which is bound to be in another bag. So I'm going to be forced to open up another bag. Put all you in there for a minute. And that way I'm not going to lose any of these parts again. Put it in a minute. You can stay there. Oh, stick in there. There. That's it. That's all I wanted. You got them. I chucked out a box full last night. I keep hold of them because you never know when you need them to like strengthen the parts up and everything that you're building. That's the only reason why I keep hold of them sort of things. And they also come in handy when you're doing like stuff with model building and you need just to make something that looks like a little grenade or something for something, and use them if you get loads of them, because you can like alter them up and cut them in half and whatever. So just can't get the help nowadays. Too many rustling bags. Reminds me of a certain men's magazine I once read. What sort of men's magazine are you reading that was like causing you to rustle bags? Is that the one where actually when they come out the shop they've got them in the brown paper bag? So let's see. So we need that one to do. One of them, and One of them. Brilliant. So we need that to go that way up. That to go onto there. That to go into there. Number 2 is this, so we need goes in there, so that one goes into there like so. Then the black pin goes like that. And that goes onto there, so that one then goes into there like so, and then that goes into there. That then goes into there. And then that one. So we need 7 black pins. Where's got a bag that's already open? The bag that's already open somewhere. There we are. Right, so 3, 6, oh there we are, 7. So then we need to go you up that top corner. You going into there and there. That then goes on to there. And we should have 4 of these. We've got 1 there, 1 there, 1 there, and 1 there. Next up, we need that one going along there. 2, 4, 6, 7. No, I'm going to have to open the other bag up now. Damn. I'm going to have to put them in bags up. Let's see. Prunes, Ross. Fair enough. That's order 7 block tank. Yep. Okay, so we just need that one of them, and 1 of them, and 2 black pins. Okay, so that now, so one goes along the back of that, that one goes onto there. And then that goes onto there. There we go. That's now in position. Yep. Back in place. There we go. So that's that bit done. Then we need you. And of course, I bet they're in the friggin' last bag. Or they're when it's already open. Hopefully they are. Nope. And then we need where are you? Just seen one of you somewhere. There we go. One of you. One of you. Where's that last one bit that I need? And of course, it's got to be in the last bag, isn't it? It's in here, isn't it? That one. No, oh, there it is. Okay. Yep. Typical. Well, I'm not going to empty it out fully. I'm just going to have to try and grab this bit before it gets lost. There it is. That's the one. Now I need one of you. And one of you. So that one, and we need you to go in there. You to go in there. You the one across there. And you go up like so. And you that's definitely have to go into there. Okay, like so. Ooh, there we go. This is obviously the front wings I'm building at the moment. And next up we need one of you and two of them. Three of them. Two of them. One black pin. So what I'll probably do is I'll probably get this page finished and then I'm probably going to call it a day because I've been on for 2 hours now. So we'll do this one section here and then that sort of like finishes it off to that page so I know where I am up to. So we want 4 of these little things. Where are you? You're in this bag, aren't you? Of course you are. Of course you are. One. Two. 3. And one more. Come on, where are you? There you are. 4. And we want 2 3-pins, which are there. 2 of them. Okay. So first of all, we need that. Push you in, and you go on to that side like so. Then we have you in there. And this goes that way around, and you go into there like so. And then we want a 3 with that one going into there. And then you go into there. You go on to there. And then you have that bar go through there, and then you jump onto there, so it goes like that. And then we have you onto there, you onto there, you onto there, and then we want another 3. That goes onto there, and your black pin goes into there. Then we want sticker number 8 as well. Sticker number 8, there we are. This one goes onto there like so. And then this goes 1 2 3 4 down, and you into there like so. And you, where's the broom? There it is. So we do this, and we go. You go on to And then like so. Yeah. So that's now part of the front wing built on. And I'm afraid it's going to be building the other half, yeah it is. So we'll start that next Monday. So that's where we're going to get to tonight, or today I should say. So I hope you've enjoyed the build so far. And especially with the John Wick Mustang as well, it all comes in handy. So this is where I'm going to probably end up using those where are you? Where are you? There you go. Well, I'll probably need these things to put all this lot into it now. Just to keep it all bagged up for the time being. So it's all then safe. So we'll put you lot in there. Wait, come on. This means I've got to sort all this lot out next week. Camera doesn't swing. Here we go. So yeah. I can't be asked to put them all into separate bags. So I'm just going to dump all the big bricks into one bag and then all the small stuff into another bag. And that way it's near enough sorted that way. So easy enough to sort out that way. And there. There we go. Anyway, okay. So now hopefully we can see this a bit better now. So there we go. So we've got part of the front wing done. Goes got it. I know what to have with custard. Fish fingers. Really very strange taste there, Mr. David Markey. And then he puts and they're saying like some celebrity likes it, but I don't know who they are. And then you got Ethel saying apple pies by Mr. Kipling and David. I prefer my own apple, more filling. Yes, homemade apple pies, you can't beat them. That's one thing. I might even be tempted to make some over the next couple of weeks or so. Do some baking. I haven't done it for ages. Last time I did any baking, I ended up making a load of bakewell tarts. Now they were nice. Okay, so get all these in here, and that way we're not going to. I just don't want to end up knocking something off my desk, so I'm just going to clear it off quickly. Because knowing my luck, I'll end up dragging something off the bench and half these bits will end up then going flying. And I'm going like, what have we done? Because then I'll be playing 52 pickup and not able to find anything. Which is not ideal. Not by a long shot. Yeah, see, nearly did them. So I forgot to open that bag. And there we go. So that will be like that. I'll put a bit of tape on there. That should hold all that fairly solid. There we go. There. Okay. So we have all that put away. I do hope you enjoyed today's stream. Yeah, Mark, I mean, if you want to join us next week, you're more than welcome to. Sometimes I have David come and join me from Spur and Glue. He sometimes comes to join me on a Monday. Marcus has even joined me on a Monday. I mean, Monday, as I said, it's basically just for kids only, and I do the Pokemon cards and basically Schlego and me John Wick car when I've got the parts in. So that's what they're for. And the Monday stream is purely for the boys and the kids. The more adult streams I generally do, as you know, in the evenings where I start at 10 o'clock, like I will be tomorrow night. So yeah, I say tomorrow night is me from 10 o'clock. I think there is also prime time tomorrow. I'm not sure who else is on before that, whether it's JC or not, I don't know. It might be, I don't know. Then Wednesday, I'm going to have to get a list written down of who, and I mean, normally we have Joshy in here, and he does all the admin part of this is what the streams are coming up. I'm back on Friday as well, and that'll be at 10 o'clock, and that's where I'll be carrying on with Lancaster build. So I hope you all enjoyed the stream. Please hit the thumbs up if you have done. Come on. No, don't try and restart the computer now. Go away. It's always the same when I'm in the process of doing a live, my computer decides it wants to do a restart. Just to be awkward. So yeah, and then your Friday night after me is Colin, hopefully, if you have his second stream since he's back. So hopefully that'll all go well for him. Saturdays I think it's JC as well, but that all depends on whether or not he's back from his holiday. We've got Spur and Glue, I think some point this week as well. So yeah, go ahead and give them a good view and that lot, and take care. I will see you tomorrow night at 10 o'clock. So I'll just change over the screen a minute. So yeah, big thank you for everybody who's watched, and as I said, I hope you enjoyed it. So take care, bye for now, and I'll see you tomorrow night. Bye.